We're with Coach Mo Radzanek here at McCarthy Tire Service in Wilkes-Barre for the Coughlin baseball team. And Coach, what are we putting on the field this year?
Well, our biggest concern this year will be our pitching. Last year we had two of the better pitchers in the league, and they're both gone. I feel we have a team that can hit the ball this year. How the season goes is going to depend on our pitching. Have two pitchers that have some varsity experience, but I think as the year goes, I think they'll get better and better, and hopefully as the year goes on, we'll be okay. But pitching is definitely our key right now.
Well, I think every year we talk about it, every year we're all chasing our tail with the weather, and pitching will be a big part of it because you'll probably get back to games, stuff like that. Talk about trying to overcome some of those things, and as you say, maybe the bats, maybe you'll win an 11-8 game or something.
Exactly, yeah. Like we played a game yesterday, it was so cold. I had planned to go 3-2-2, and it was so cold. The one pitcher got a sore back. It was cold, and it's just not warm enough to get loose. So this is what the high school baseball in this part of the country is for. So you really have to be careful with your pitchers, as you said, with all the games being backed up.
Let's talk. Take us through the infield of some guys that you hope to shine this year for the Crusaders.
Okay. Looks like at first base we have a junior, Ben Yazwiak, had a very good sophomore year last year. Left-handed hitter, ball really pops off his bat, so he looks pretty good. At shortstop we have TJ Wozniak back. TJ's been a starter since a freshman, so he'll kind of be our leader. And Darren Merrick will be also at shortstop and third base, a senior that's been with us a long time. And we have two freshmen that we're breaking in at second base and sometime at shortstop. Darren Clark, who was, I think he was a 120-pound wrestling champ there. We have Darren Clark, a freshman, at second base, and then we have Pedro Beatenkroop is a freshman, going to get some time at shortstop. So we're going to be young, and hopefully our seniors could break him in.
How about hearing some about other teams in the league? What are you looking about competition-wise?
Yeah, our league's murder. You know, Hazleton is such a big school. They never rebuild. They're loaded every year, and we have to play them twice. Valley West, another big school that's always there. And then I tell you, Crestwood's loaded this year. So this is Crestwood's year. And then also the other teams in our league, Pistons always tough. So we got our hands full. We got to play each of those teams twice. So we have to have our A game ready every week.
Now let's talk about the home field situation for the Crusaders and a little bit of change this year.
Yeah, right now they're in the process of putting two new dugouts in. You know, I think when they get completed, they're going to be really nice. Right now they're about 80% up. They haven't put the roof over them yet, but Hilldale's going to have a new look this year. The dugouts are really big. I'm interested to see where the fans are going to watch the game. You know, I mean, every ballpark's got to be fan friendly. You know, so I'm hoping they could adjust to that.
Let's talk about your coaching staff, guys working with you and trying to bring the best out in these young men.
Yeah, Coach Lesko, Steve Lesko, and I have been together for over 20 years. We're on the same page. You know, we're on the same page as far as fundamentals and mechanics in baseball. We're on the same page with discipline. And the kids adjust to it well. We've never really had any problems. We did lose a key part of our coaching staff. We lost Shannon McCabe, who was with us for like 13, 14 years. And we lost Shannon, so there's only the two of us. And so when you only have two coaches, sometimes we depend on our seniors for leadership and help us out.
And talk a little bit about those leaders that you're going to lean on this year as seniors.
Well, I got three of them here today with me. Like I said, TJ Wozniak has been with us for 4 years. He's a 4-year starter. And I got Darren Merrick, another senior who will be a pitcher and infielder. He's been with us for 3 years. And in our outfield, I got our center fielder, George Oko. George, same thing, been with us 3 years. And they're three good kids. They have a lot of talent. And I think they'll really help our underclassmen.
Mo, always great to talk baseball with you. We hope you have a good season, you and Coach Lesko.
Okay, thank you very much, John.
Talking Coughlin Crusaders baseball here on the John Mendola Show at McCarthy Tire Service. TJ Wozniak is with us. He's a senior, shortstop, and pitcher. And, TJ, talk about some of that leadership you're going to need this year for the Crusaders.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like Coach Mo needs seniors to step up this year. Last year we lost a bunch of key players. We lost Chase, Leroy, Eric, Jacob Lupus. So I mean, just all the seniors need to step up, especially myself, and just help lead this team.
You said we're a little short on arms this year for the Crusaders. Talk about the, trying to get a few more innings, maybe on some guys, or finding out, hey, maybe this guy could give us, 1 or 2 innings late in the game to kind of seal it.
Oh yeah, we're definitely short on pitching this year. We're relying on 4 or 5 arms, myself, Darren, Matt Zalafi, Josh Wychok. So I mean, it's definitely going to be tough getting multiple innings in with the pitch count and everything, and all the new rules.
How much time have you put into pitching in the offseason?
There are a few bullpens here and there, mostly just rely on lifting, throwing weighted balls once in a while, and just really focus on my mechanics.
Coach mentioned a lot about, making sure everybody kind of stays healthy with the pitching. Talk about early in the season here. It's cold. You don't want to pull anything or throw anything off in your arm or your shoulder or elbow, so tell us about that.
It's definitely tough just getting warm, preparing to pitch and everything, and just get loose. I hurt my back yesterday pitching just because it was so cold, but I mean, playing in the preseason is always rough just because it's 30, 40 degree weather, but once the season starts and it starts to get warmer, it's going to be fun.
You're involved in a few extracurricular activities, some clubs at Coughlin, so tell us about what you're involved with and what you enjoy about them.
I'm in the FBLA Key Club and German Club. All 3 of the clubs really have good teachers that lead them, so I mean, why not join them?
Mike and what's that, Kira?
Kira.
Hold on. A couple older siblings, Mike and Kira. Tell us about each of them.
Kira's a sophomore at Kutztown. She was playing field hockey this year, and for the next 2 years, she was an All-American, and she played at Coughlin. Was on a very good team with some of her best friends. Won 3 district championships. And my brother Mike, he also played at Coughlin, and it's kind of cool because I took his starting shortstop position my freshman year, so he's always really helped me. He doesn't play baseball anymore due to an injury, but they're all doing well now.
Math and history, a couple subjects you enjoy. You're an A student, so talk about what you like about being a student at Coughlin.
I mean, the teachers are definitely really helpful. They're really easy to talk to, and especially if you need help or anything. Math and history are kind of my strong points this year, so I mean, that's pretty much it.
Next step for you, what are you doing for 2018 in the fall?
I will be playing baseball at King's College under Coach Freely and Coach Krupa. They're really helpful with the entire recruiting process. About 3 months ago, I wasn't even going to play college baseball. Then out of the blue, Coach Krupa texted me and he's like, hey, are you playing anywhere? Are you going to school yet? So I mean, we just kind of kept in touch, and then until about a week ago, I committed to King's.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the role models in your life, your folks and your brother.
Oh yeah, definitely. My parents really taught me my work ethic and how to just manage my time, and especially my brother Mike. He's really helped me grow as a person and as a player. Whether it's my swing defensively, he's always really just helped me be the player I am today.
I know Coach Rodzinak's going to lean on you, TJ Wozniak, on being a big leader this year as a senior for the Crusaders. I hope you have a great season.
Thank you.
Darren Merrick is with us here on the John Mendola Show at McCarthy Tire Service in Wilkes-Barre, and let's talk about your role this year for the Crusaders.
Yeah, it's going to be a big part I'm going to play. Coach Mo's going to rely on me to pitch a lot, so going to have to be able to be there for him. I'm a utility player, so Coach Mo, wherever he needs me to go, I'm there for him. So
people love guys like you, coaches like Coach Rod. Talk about ability. Could it be outfield? Could it be infield? Could it be anywhere?
Yeah, it could be outfield, infield. I mean, last year he had me outfield, infield. Pitching a little bit. Dealt with a little bit of an injury last year, so I wasn't really pitching that much. But just stay healthy this year, and I'll be good.
Honor Society guy, doing well in science and anatomy.
Yeah.
Talk about being a dedicated student.
Yeah, definitely. I like everything to do with the health side of the field. Definitely, with sciences, do well in that. So.
Let's talk about that next step for you. What are you looking at down the road here?
Definitely attending college, and definitely looking to play baseball and further my career. Definitely got a few places in mind. Been in contact with the coaches, so I'll make that decision, soon.
Got a younger brother?
Yeah.
Tell us about him, what he's up to.
Yeah, he's not up to much. He plays fall baseball. He likes to go out in the fall, rough him up a little bit, show him who's boss. But
That's fun. And as far as your folks and looking up to them and instilling some values and being who you are.
Yeah, they definitely showed me a lot, showing me everything from the bottom up. They've been a big help throughout baseball and just life in general. So,
Coach mentioned that some bats will be good this year for the
Yeah.
Crusaders. Who you seeing early on in your lineup? Take us through a couple guys you've seen that you think will be effective at the plate.
yeah, definitely George is leading us off. So George's got a lot of speed, so definitely if he gets on bag, definitely steal him. He's got me next, so if I'm able to move him, he's got that speed to maybe even make it home. So definitely got a couple key guys up top that'll take it home for us.
Darren, we hope you have a great season and good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you very much.
George Oko is with us here on the John Mendola Show at McCarthy Tire Service. Of course, we are driven by McCarthy Tire Service here on our show, and you're a senior. Let's talk about that outfield. And you're playing center field. Talk about a couple guys competing for spots around you.
Well, we got Josh Whitechalk in right field, and then we have actually my first cousin, Tony Egidio, in left field. And we have a pretty solid outfield getting balls out there.
Speed, or would you just say good communication, good rapport with the guys?
Yeah, we communicate pretty well. We're pretty close. We got a good bond.
And of course, Egidio plays a little bit of basketball. You play soccer, so multi-sport athletes as well, right?
Yep.
Soccer's your main gig. Talk about all the years of travel soccer you did and how much you enjoyed that.
It was crazy, traveling everywhere, all around to multiple states. It was just driving like 2 hours just for one game. It was crazy. Just have to thank my parents for doing that.
National Honor Society, something you're involved with. Talk about being a great student, being dedicated, and making sure you're getting the books done first. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, school always comes first. It's going to be hard juggling a sport in college and then just focusing on my studies.
Of course, the next step for you, let's talk about where you're headed and why you decided to go there.
I'm going to East Stroudsburg. They have a good men's soccer program, and I like the coach, and I think I'm going to be going into the business program they have there.
All right, very good. Let's talk about the folks and looking up to them and what they bring to the table as far as a work ethic, and of course you follow in suit and working hard in soccer, working hard in the classroom, working hard in the baseball field.
Yeah, I always look up to them. I thank them for everything. My parents do a lot for me.
Pittston, you enjoy playing them. Talk about what it is about taking on the Patriots.
Yeah, they're always a rival. We know most of them because we all played together for American Legion Baseball. We always combined for the Pledge Legion team, so it's a good game where we play against each other.
Well, we wish you the best this season for the Crusaders, George, and good luck at ESU.
All right, thank you.